week 116, starting out solitary, and we are talking about extremes in paganism. Now, for me, when I hear extreme, I think like someone's stance or perspective, rather than like maybe cursing or banishing or something, because I don't think that's extreme. I think a lot of people do it. I don't think sacrificing like a chicken is extreme either, depending on your practice, if it's traditional or not. But when I think extreme, I think of individuals and their beliefs. Just with, like, with if it comes to Islam or Christianity or any extreme person or view by a person, if it goes to the point of you're hurting others or you're being a bigot towards others because your stance is so strong and extreme, I don't think you're really practicing what you're practicing. You're just making an excuse to be a shithead, basically. It's not super common in paganism from my experience, but there's always there's extremists in every religious or spiritual group when it comes down to it. But for me, the few I've seen are like people who will tell me that witchcraft is a religion, when majority of pagans will agree that it's a practice. It's not a religion per se, but that a lot of religions incorporate it. I had it started as a debate, but went into an argument with someone online about this very subject, and it turned into that I was mocking pagans because, or witches, because I believed that witchcraft was not a religion itself. It's a craft that is incorporated into pagan religions. And that I'm shaming the name of witch because of it. That's pretty extreme. That's not the worst I've seen. But it's kind of that I refuse to listen to other perspectives. You don't have to agree, but you should listen if they're coming at you in a respectful way. I do. I don't see why others can't. There are people who, Reconstructionists. We have one in our starting out solitary, and I have mad respect for him. I don't always agree with his stance, and I would not say he's extreme at all, but there are some who are just so extreme on that Reconstructionist. They're like, anything else isn't really being a witch or isn't really being a pagan, and is shameful to be stating they are, because they're not actually trying to be as I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like in their view, to be as on point with the original practice as possible. Like eclectic witchcraft and reconstructionists for certain paths within paganism, it's polar opposites when it comes down to it. They may do a lot of the same practices, but the beliefs of the how to do it is very opposite. I know quite a few are Reconstructionists, and I'm fine with them. They're fine. They're not extremists. They respect others' past, but they practice what they do, and that's how it should be. But there's, of course, the extremists that just want to push their belief on you and be like, you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, no. When people tell me I'm doing something wrong and I'm not, because it's just their opinion, it makes me pissy. So this one's been a kind of a long one, kind of makes up for all my short ones recently. So yeah, if you have any comments, leave them down below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.